So today I'm going to talk about the four energies of Tai Chi Chuan. Peng, Lu, Ji, An, ward off, roll back, press, and push. I'm going to just use the Chinese terms. So just remember what they are. And how it fits into the form. So the whole form, of course, has Peng, Lu, Ji, An in it. But each posture, even though it isn't Peng, Lu, Ji, or An, is actually a variation on that theme. And then once you understand those four energies, or the jins in those, then you can find the other form, which is Kao Jiao Jai Lia, which is shoulder, elbow, split, and pull. So ward off is this kind of expansion and contracting of cell membrane, which I've talked about a lot already. So look at my other videos for that one. An is kind of this down pressing energy. Kind of controlling or putting a lid on a pot. And then Lu is this splitting energy where you're taking on and splitting it so it doesn't be compressed. And then Ji is when they come together. It's when two energies come together. So then you'll see those very clearly. So I'm going to do this short form of Tianpenling version that I made because people don't watch long videos anyway. So if you can do it for this short 64 posture form, then you can do it for the long one too. Easy. So again, most in the beginning here, we're just creating Peng Jin. So as soon as you press down and find the release, that lifts up the hands and creates Peng. This creates An, and the hands kind of drop, right? And that creates Lu, which is the splitting of An, right? There's a little Ji when they come together here, which we call play guitar in this system. But then it creates Lu again, and it just repeats that, so you really practice it. And then An repeats again, and everything drops, and then again it splits into Lu. Ji happens again a little bit here at the bottom, but then Lu happens again. And so it's this relationship of the change of yin and yang through these four energies we're looking at. So this is Lu and Ji put together. So this is An, and that creates Ji. So it's not just the words, you have to feel the energy that is creating these. This is a version of Lu, or splitting, and this is play guitar, which is a version of An and Lu together. And you see that a lot. So that in this system really focuses on Ji, which is this combination. This is Lu, of course, and here's Ji. So when you have this An and this word off put together, you have Ji. And then we have Lu again. So you can look at the trigrams and they kind of show you how the energies work too. This is Ji again. And then we have Lu, which creates An. Right, so there's that downward kind of energy. And that creates Lu. So they fluctuate between one and the other, yin and yang. Like this is Ji. And that creates this An here. And then you create Lu, which creates An here again. And then you create Lu, go back. And that creates An here in the left hand, but it has a little Lu element there. So this is really common in the form. So then the palms come down and you have An again. Even when the back is lifting, the hips and shoulders dropping. And then that creates Lu. And then that creates An in this left hand, which creates Lu in the right, and then you create An. And that creates brush knee. And then, so eventually just the energies will move your body, not just the forms. That's Lu, and that creates An again, and that just repeats in this brush knee sequence. So that one, you can just do that one. It's really great. And then this is a version of An and Lu to create Ji here. And this is a version of Lu with the An in the right hand, which creates Lu here. So again, Lu is splitting energy, it's splitting things, and then downward energy is An. And that creates Ji here, which is this punch. And that creates Lu here with this wipe off. And that creates An with a push. And then you create this cross hands, which is Ji again. in this system, cross hands is long, so you press down again, that creates an. You lift up again, there's Lu, and there's Ji. And then you step back, and you create Lu again. Go back, and then you create an again. This is firstly heading to the diagonal. And then you create Lu again, and then you create an again. And that creates Lu this way, which is a mixture actually of an and Lu, this version. And then you have Ji, and then you have Lu again. And then you have Ji, right? So these four repeated is to show you how important they are and how to mix them in all the other postures. That's why they repeat in all the forms several times. This is an. And then we have, we go into diagonal flying, which is a version of Peng in the right and an in the left. And then it reverses. This is Lu in the transition. And then you have Peng, an, Lu, Peng, an. And so Peng creates all of the four, right? Peng sustains them. This is Lu, creating an, which then creates Lu, which is an. So without Peng, the other three aren't really possible. Then you create Peng, an, right? Peng, Lu. So actually Peng is in between each one. So you go Peng, Lu, an, right? Then you go Peng, Lu, right? Peng, Jin, Peng, Lu, Peng, Jin. The Peng is word out. Lu, go. Peng, Lu, Peng, an, Peng, Lu, Peng, Jin, Peng, an, Peng, Lu, Peng, an. This right here. Peng, Lu, Peng, an. Peng, Lu, when you turn. Peng, Jin, Peng, an. Peng, Lu, this is going to it. Peng, an, going downwards. It's a version of Ji here. Peng, an, Ji again, and then we have Lu. This rooster variation. And then Peng, Lu, and we do repulse monkey on the rear leg, and an, going downwards slightly. Peng, Lu, Peng, an. Peng, Lu, Peng, an. Then Peng, an. Downward again, and splitting. So this is, I call it snake. Peng, and then an in the right, Lu in the left, and then we go back. Peng, an, Peng, Lu, Peng, an, Peng, an. Peng, Lu, Peng, little G there. Peng, an, Peng. This is cross hands, it's a version of G. Down low, which is you don't see bottom. Peng, an, front to back. Peng, Lu. This is split, which is a version of Lu. Yeah. Peng, Lu, Peng, an. Peng, Lu, Peng, an. Peng, Ji. Peng, Lu, this is Jai. Peng, Ji. Peng, Lu, Peng, Ji. Peng, an. Peng, Lu, Peng, Ji. Peng, an. Peng, Lu, Peng, an. Peng, Lu, Peng, an. Peng, an. Peng, Ji. These come together. Peng, section you follow to Peng Lu, Peng An, Peng Lu, Peng An, Peng Lu with the leg, Peng An, Peng Jin with the punch, Peng Lu with the jab, Peng Jin, Peng Lu, Peng Jin, Peng An, Peng Lu, Peng Jin, Peng An, Peng Lu, Peng Ji. This is a 7-star, right? Peng Lu, Peng An, and Lu together. Peng An, Peng An, Peng Lu, Peng Jin. They come together here. Peng An, Peng Lu. They split. Peng Lu. They split again. Peng An, Peng Jin. Peng Lu, Peng An, Peng Jin, Peng An, cross hands again, Peng Jin, Peng An, you close, Peng Lu, Peng An, Peng Jin. Everything kind of comes together at the dantian. Then Peng Lu, everything splits again. Peng Ji, everything comes back together. And the Ji rises up the center and then comes down the front. And that creates Lu. Everything splits again. Then you go back to Peng. Okay?